why Linux Mint is one of the best distro for newbies. Linux Mint is one of the most popular desktop Linux distributions beside Ubuntu. While Ubuntu is based on Debian, Linux Mint is based on Ubuntu. It does mean Linux Mint is Ubuntu derivative or a Debian derivative, instead of using the Linux source code. So, for new Linux users, Linux Mint makes Ubuntu better, or easier to use. In this video, we will discuss about the difference Linux Mint among other Linux distro. Linux Mint 20.3 UNA is planned to arrive for Christmas this year. Linux Mint 20.3 codename UNA is a long-term support release, which will be supported until 2025. This new version of Linux Mint contains many improvements. It comes with updated software, and brings refinements, and many new features, to make your desktop experience more comfortable. The latest release of Linux Mint is 20.2 version with codename UMA. Linux Mint technically tries to get rid of what they think is unnecessary in Ubuntu, while aiming to make the experience faster. Of course, that includes using the Cinnamon desktop instead of GNOME as well. Even though the difference isn't huge, Linux Mint tends to get an edge with a lower memory consumption. This makes it an ideal choice for computers with older configuration. Linux Mint have Software Manager, faster, sleeker, lighter. Linux Mint Software Manager is lighter and quicker. A few noticed from users that it slowed down. It is always snappy whenever you need it. Web apps feature available. Since Linux Mint 20.1 you can turn any website into a desktop application. Launch the new Web App Manager and create your web app by yourself. Web apps are easy to create and you can make as many as you want. When a web app runs it behaves like a desktop application. It has its own window and its own icon. It shows up as any other application in the panel and in the Alt tab selector. You can pin it to your panel if you want to be able to access it quickly even when it's not running. And it has an entry in your application menu, just like any other apps. It's easier to multitask between applications on the desktop than it is between tabs in a web browser. As more and more useful tools are available on the web, it was important for Linux Mint to make it easier to create web apps. Great multimedia application. Another application which is new in Linux Mint 20.1 is Hypnotix, an IPTV player for M3U playlists. And if your playlist or IPTV provider also has a VOD section, Hypnotix can support movies or even TV series. By default Hypnotix comes with a free IPTV provider called Free IPTV. This provider only provides freely and publicly available live TV channels. Linux Mint itself is not an IPTV provider and does not provide any live channels, movies or TV series. Printing and scanning improvements. From Linux Mint 19.3 and prior releases, printers and scanners relied on the availability of drivers, whether these were included in the Linux kernel or added manually. That's some reason why Linux Mint is better than most Linux distro for beginner. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe this channel. See you later.